This is the take of the Diaspora Wilaya for the peace and nonviolence around the world. Oil in Senegal, the appeal for peaceful dialogue. To our Senegalese compatriots, there is an important decision that will have to be made for the good of the entire country. The Energy PLC of a Kern-led group made a discovery about petroleum drilled deep water offshore of Senegal. But it is important to know that there is more that goes into oil decision and contract than just money. We as a country need to open our eyes to the possibilities and see what we have already had over the years. Senegal is a relatively peaceful country, consisting of a population that's 95% Muslim. It is important to note, however, that the first president of Senegal, Léopold Sédar Senghor, was of Catholic faith. There have been no known civil, ethnic, or religious wars in Senegal, which demonstrates the open-mindedness and tolerance of the Senegalese people. This country has been the harbor of cohabitation of many different ethnic groups who have lived next to each other for decades. Jimmy Carter and Bill Gates Sr., after their African tour, have even attested that not only Senegal is a peaceful country, but has controlled the AIDS down to under 2% of the population. Of course, oil is greatly beneficial, but there is a far larger cost that comes with it. Such costs are something that need to be explored, researched, and peacefully discussed with all those who are involved. Let us consider the detriment of the environment first. Oil drilling usually leaves toxic waste, which can easily spread through the water and underneath the lands. It may remain there for decades. Spreading toxic waste on our lands will cause incurable ailments and diseases, and any money made from the oil drilling will probably be used on treating illnesses and cleanup of the land. Geographically, Senegal is a small country, with 210 square kilometers of land, with 15 million inhabitants. Being a country directly south of a hot desert, combined with the air pollution from oil drilling, Senegal may be in deep trouble. Usually, countries that resort to drilling oil do not have the alternatives that Senegal disposes, such as the possibility of agriculture and livestock. If we irrigate the country and develop the tourism to its full capabilities, Senegal will be the envy of the whole world. Why is it that when anyone talks about oil around the world, people think about BP, Shell, or Total? It is because they have the equipment and technology to have access to oil everywhere. But isn't it strange how they can only afford to pay Senegal 10% of the oil's value, but leave the country behind to face the atmosphere, water, and land pollution? Yes, it is true that they are developing new technologies in anticipation of future cleanup of the pollution that they leave behind. However, no one works for free, much less big oil companies. That 10% of profits that was given to Senegal will be taken back, with interest, to pay to use such technologies to clean up the very mess that they made in the first place. What sense does that make? It is a net loss that will leave behind nothing. No oil to Senegal's name, no money made, massive and irreversible pollution, and inevitable conflict in Senegal. To our political leaders, please understand and think again. Oil is not all that it's built up to be, and such punishment that comes with extracting it will devastate our great country for generations to come. This is not an intention to pessimistically rule out petroleum entirely, because this is more of a matter of the appropriate time and place to do such a thing. Talking about the money that oil drilling brings is premature. We need to peacefully discuss and weigh the options, the pros and cons, the benefits and detriments. The youth of Senegal, the next generation, is who we do this all for. We plant them trees, protect their environment, and not leave them behind to inherit only money. Let them have a nice environment to live in and to save the Senegalese people. Serigne Cheikh Ahmadou Mbacké Gaïndé Fatma once said, "Knowing it and not having it is better than having it but not knowing about it." One of the largest threats that the oil drilling could bring to Senegal is violence and riots. Even if we have opposing ideas about how to handle the petroleum drilling, that is not a reason to oppose each other. If wars can end around the table, that means meaningful conversation does far more than any wars can achieve. Peace and nonviolence is the ideal of Cheikh Ahmadou Bamba and his grandson, Serigne Cheikh Ahmadou Mbacké Gaïndé Fatma. I call the attention of our Senegalese compatriots. Everyone must be open to civil debates. It is so much more than oil. It is so much more than petroleum profits. The Diaspora Wilaya for peace and nonviolence around the world exists to do just that. Promote peaceful conversation, and not violence that can degrade this great country. Senegal is a country of peace and teranga, and we should not let money change its identity. Our country is full of open-minded people, tolerance, nonviolence, and religious beliefs. That is the image that the rest of the world sees and strives for. Would you change all of that for any price? We have faith, we have patience, and we have to develop it to the full capacity of human understanding. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.